Hi, my name is Janneth Riemer, and I am going to be talking about how your hobby can actually be a tax benefit. So, I have been a tax accountant since 2021, so about 3 years now. I do have some experience, and I know taxes isn't the most fun thing to talk about, but I feel like learning a way that you can actually get money back or owe less money to the IRS is always fun. So, hobbies, it can be making jewelry, tutoring, which is really easy and a lot of people do in college, meal prepping, content creating, consulting. These are all just, various hobbies that people do that I feel like they don't know that they can actually be able to use on their tax return. So, what qualifies your hobby to get your tax benefit? So, as long as you get payments for services, whether that be $5, $10, whatever the payment is, as long as you create a service and you get paid for it, um, you should be one, putting it in your taxes, and two, benefiting it from it. Anything over 600, if you get one lump sum of 600 from one person, and then everyone else that you create the same service for, they give you $1. It doesn't matter as long as you get 600 of that 600 income from that hobby, you'll be able to file it on your taxes. Also, there needs to be a proof of services, which is really just a Zelle. Really easy nowadays with Zelle, um, having that form of contact. So the way you would put it is on your tax return would be a Schedule C. So that would just go on your normal tax return. It's just another form that you would add onto it. It does help reduce tax liability. So ever since COVID, the IRS actually, has started to withhold less on federally when you're a W-2 employee, which creates your tax liability at the end of the year higher. We have seen a lot of people owing on their taxes way more than they have in previous years ever since COVID due to this change. So being able to have something to kind of lower that tax liability, and even at some situations being able to create a refund is really, really good. Um, and another benefit is you don't really need to have a company established in order to do so. Just be yourself, your sole proprietorship. So as long as you put it on your 1040, you don't need to create all the paperwork of a company. Again, the benefits are that it is a tax break, so it will lower your tax liability or it will create a refund. It boosts your income, obviously, because you're adding more money that you gained throughout the year than on top of your W-2. You could also write off all the supplies you use. So for a lot of these hobbies, you use your phone, your computer, office supplies, all that you can actually put into your taxes as expenses, and you get some of that money back, which is great, especially as a college student. If you have one of these hobbies like tutoring or you do videos on TikTok or Instagram, you get some money back from the things you purchase in order to do these videos. It's a great way to start a business. Starting a business is really kind of what people are doing, especially with content creating. So being able to get that stepping stone is really good. Depreciation is that expenses. So you buy a computer, you are able to use the value of the computer and use it actually in more than 1 year. So they use the cost of the computer and spread it over a period of time depending on the type of asset that you have. A lot of people do not use this when filing taxes because, again, many people don't put a hobby on their taxes, so they don't put depreciation, which is actually great getting money back for things you purchase and use on a daily basis. So this is kind of just an overlook of how the Schedule C looks. As you can see, it just asks for your name, has your social, and all the expenses that you can use um, when creating the services. So that is all. Thank you so much, and I hope you learned a little bit about accounting.